Today, I'd like to concentrate on one of the many books of the Chinese classical tradition. When Taiwan separated from mainland China and became an independent country, one of the great benefits were that Taipei City became a great publishing house. It was much less expensive to publish there, and all the world then came to buy these books. The book of Zhuangzi, the Lunyi of Kongzi, all the great ancient philosophers, the Book of Changes and so forth, were done, and anybody could buy them. So since I was there when that happened, I was able to buy over 800 books from that beautiful collection in Taipei. One of my favorite sets is this one. It's called the Juzi, all of the famous philosophers. The famous philosophers, there was 13 books of them before, up until about the 5th or 4th century. But as China grew and prospered from the 4th century BC till the beginning of the modern era, a number more philosophers began to publish. And one of the most famous of them is the famous philosopher called Guanzi. He's excellent because he was pure and clean, and he had no other thing in mind but to help people have a happy life. So I've been asked by a number of friends if I wouldn't explain the Neya chapter, which is the 16th of the books written by Guanzi. And the reason why the Neya is so important is because so many people use it. Taoist masters, ordinary people. You don't have to be a priest or an expert. Anybody can use this book. So I like to look at it today, and I've been asked to do this by a number of friends, and it's so helpful. I hope we all find it a useful experience. First of all, it's in only 5 paragraphs. It's only 6 pages long in 5 paragraphs. And the first paragraph has 3 sentences. Everything in the whole universe, the earth, the sky, the sea, were given birth by a transcendent being. And all of them in this being given birth have the same series of things that happen. First of all, there is birth, there's growing up, there's planting, harvest, and after the harvest, there's rest. So spring, summer, autumn, winter, birth, growing up, old age, and so forth. And during all of these 4 periods of our life, we must be filled with goodness and love. And if we are, nature will bless us. Anybody, all human beings who follow these rules will be blessed. The next paragraph points out, though there are good and bad spirits, that bad spirits follow it for their own sake, not for the sake of others. Humans are all composed of the same 3 series of levels of being as the universe: the heaven, the earth, and the underworld, the waters. And so all 3 of these are recognized in our body as well. Our head is the heavens, the thinking can go anywhere. Our heart is the earth, our self. But our belly is that whereby we're able to have wisdom, to be aware of other people's needs. And it's by cultivating this awareness of other people's needs and caring and loving them, this is where nature especially blesses us. So therefore, if we want to be happy and everybody around us happy, nature will fill us with love too. Now, there's an important thing to follow also in this. If to do this, we must be one with Tao. Tao means the transcendent. So we must be aware of divine transcendent presence from our belly. And that's an amazing to think about. Look around at us, the sky. All of these are gifts being given to us by the transcendent being. It sounds Christian, doesn't it? But has nothing to do with it. It's a very holy, wonderful man. And therefore, his final conclusion to this part, that's the second set of sentences, is, if we are one with the Tao, we will be happy. Next, he says, if we are one with Tao, we will be at peace no matter what happens in our life, no matter what sorrows or suffering. If we are one with Tao, we can handle it and help others. But we can only do this if we look for the needs of others, not the needs of me. And that's the beautiful idea of it. When I'm aware of others' needs and care for them, that's when I am happiest. I find this such a beautiful teaching. That's why I wanted to use it today. If we are always one with Tao, if we're one with Tao, then we'll be just like Tao. Tao creates, makes the entire universe always and never ceases. So Tao makes me, so I must look around and help others and never cease, no matter what. And that is because Tao only lives in the now. So I should think of that. That's the major lesson. Now exists. The worries in my mind in the past, the desires in the future, these are all unreal. Just beware of now, Tao presence. That's such a beautiful book, the Guanzi, and that one chapter, the Neya, explains it, and that's what I wanted to explain today. Thank you all very much for listening. I hope it was helpful.